everyone, this is Dean with Defending Your Finances. Thank you for stopping by our channel and taking the time to check out this video. If you find our videos helpful and informative, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe link below and share the videos with your friends and family on social media. Also, shoot me an email at the address in the video description below and let me know what information you would like covered in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for supporting our channel by liking and sharing these videos. So I wanted to take a quick moment and make this video and talk about how to buy life insurance. And recently, with the drive of AI and technology to do pretty much everything, you're seeing a lot more providers trying to streamline the process and automate everything. And one of the things that you really have to be careful of is when you automate the purchase of financial services products, including life insurance. I'm not saying this is the only thing. I'm just saying that this is one of the many different things that you have to be cautious of when just buying it online. So I saw this article on Bloomberg, and it talks about Robert Downey Jr. and Jay-Z, Kevin Durant, all backing a life insurance startup out of Silicon Valley. And I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. I'm not going to spend too much time on this particular article, but I did want to talk about specifically the company Ethos. And Ethos is a new, what appears to be life insurance sales outlet, and they utilize one particular insurance carrier to provide life insurance to everybody. And in my experience in the life insurance business, whenever you represent one particular company, you are an agent of that company. Unless you have the ability to broker multiple companies, you're really a captive agent of that particular company. So if you read through this article, you'll see how Ethos is trying to stand out as streamlining the process of purchasing life insurance, and they're getting a ton of venture capital money from these guys and their foundations. And if you go over to Ethos's website, it's getethos.com. You can click on About Us or Why Ethos, and it talks about, they try to explain what makes them so different. And I want to kind of point out the obvious here. Life insurance purchases isn't the most enjoyable thing to do. In fact, working with life insurance agents can be a bit frustrating at times. I know I've been there. I've been one of them, and I understand the frustrations that come along with it. However, what Ethos is trying to point out is that the buying of life insurance through a website versus from an individual insurance agent is much more advantageous because they basically eliminate the agent, and that is a farce. When you look at how they hold themselves out, as we treat you like a person, and we look out for the client first and not for money, so on and so forth. This is all backed by incredible technology. But one of the things that I read on their website is, check out right here. Almost all life insurance is sold through commissioned insurance agents. An agent's time is money, so they focus on selling expensive policies to wealthy people. Where does that leave the rest of our families? We believe that life insurance should be affordable and accessible because it protects families when they're most vulnerable. And that is, okay, so that's a pretty blanket statement. Yes, most life insurance is sold through commissioned agents, but Ethos is no different. Ethos receives a commission for the life insurance they sell, and they predominantly sell the policies of Assurity Life. So they act as an insurance agent for Assurity Life. The only difference between Ethos and buying insurance from an everyday insurance broker is that Ethos is just a website, but they're no different how life insurance or how life should work. Life insurance usually takes 5 to 15 weeks to buy, with lots of paperwork, blood tests, medical exams, and upselling. We built a process that takes 10 minutes for most people, and is simpler and faster for everyone. We do this by using data to estimate the risk of insuring you, and so also that you could focus on life and not insurance. Okay, so first of all, I just want to mention a couple things here. One of the things that a lot of people can't stand about life insurance agents is how much they exaggerate or embellish data. And this is no different. It says this is a very blanket and very demeaning statement. Too many families are unprotected because life insurance is complex, time-consuming, and expensive. Life insurance is not complicated. It's very simple, but it's just that whatever agent you have is the one that makes it complicated. Time-consuming, it's a process, and you have to go through the process in order to get your policy. And with Ethos, it's no different. And expensive is relative to what you're buying and what kind of health you have, how old you are, how much benefit you're receiving, and then what you consider to be expensive. And so I want to make a comparison here to Ethos. And by the way, if your life insurance policy takes 5 to 15 weeks to buy, I don't know what kind of process or company or agent you're using, but this is ridiculous. Like, you should never, 5 weeks to buy a life insurance policy is probably pushing it. All the clients we serve usually get their coverage in 3 to 4 weeks tops. And that's if we have to get medical records and so on and so forth. So 5 to 15 weeks is completely fabricated and exaggerated. Okay, so I wanted to put myself in here and just see what it comes back at as far as a quote goes. So what I did was I just said I'm a 38-year-old male in great health who doesn't use nicotine products. Okay, and that's all I put in there. Put my age, my health, whether or not I use nicotine, and my gender. And this is what it comes back with. It says recommended plans. Starter, coverage $280,000, 20-year term for $29 a month. Okay, the premium coverage or premium package is $519,000 in death benefit, 20 years, and $49 per month. And then you have a premium plus, which gives coverage of $882,000 for 20 years at $79 per month. And if you scroll down, you'll see life insurance policies are underwritten by a surety life insurance company. Okay, not available in New York. Features and rates may vary, and it gives a bunch of other types of disclosures. So when you look at this, in the previous page we were looking at, there's a FAQ, and it says, will I need a medical exam or lab appointment? It says at Ethos, every customer is underwritten on an individual basis. Because every person is unique, it's difficult to predict whether you will need to have a medical exam or a lab appointment. That said, in most cases, applicants don't need to get a medical exam or have a lab appointment. If you do, we'll make it easy and convenient as possible with no extra cost to you. Okay, so they're portraying this process. Number one, that they're different from every other insurance carrier and theirs is more streamlined. And that's not true. Every insurance company has their process. Maybe a surety life has some sort of guaranteed issue without a medical exam, or what they call a non-med, which is just a quick questionnaire that you fill out based on your health. They pull your health background. It's called the MIB, Medical Information Bureau. They see if what you put down on your medical questionnaire matches your medical history on the MIB, and if it does, and you have a clean bill of health, then they'll probably issue the policy without having to do a lab appointment. But let me just kind of take a step back here. Every insurance company has a process, and a surety life or Ethos is no different. Okay, so let's say you have a history of asthma or diabetes. They're going to ask you to do a medical exam. They're going to have you do a blood draw, probably a urine test, and then they're going to ask you to fill out this medical examination questionnaire. And they're probably going to send a medical examiner to your house to do it. Okay, that is the medical process, and Ethos or Assurity Life is no different. And they say every customer is underwritten on an individual basis. Okay, I can see how that could be true if every application is looked at by Assurity Life. What they are communicating here is that, well, they look at every application and they decide whether or not you need a medical exam based on your application, and that's not true. There's a set of criteria that you have to operate within in order to get approved for life insurance, and this is no different. So anyway, I think I'm beating a dead horse here, but I wanted to just bring up the fact that this quote that I got, who knows what I have to do, and whatever that process looks like, I don't know, I haven't gone through it. But this is basically, without worrying about what this says up here, Ethos, you can just assume that this is Assurity Life, and these are the prices for these particular death benefits, for these particular terms. Now, I don't know how they came up with $280,000, $519,000, and $882,000. Okay, none of this asked me what my income is. It didn't ask me what my debts were. It didn't ask me, if I have a family, if I run a business. There's basically no questions in order to figure out whether or not these death benefits are anything that is applicable to me and my current financial circumstances. So I wanted to run another example for myself on another broker website. This is termforsale.com. It's TERM for the number 4 and then sale, SALE.com. And this will give you a list of quotes from all these different insurance carriers. And all I had to do was I put in same information. I'm a male, my birthday, I'm a great health, and I'm a non-smoker. Okay. And if you look here, I tried to match the best that I could with what they're offering me at Ethos. So on the Ethos site, the benefit they were proposing was $280,000. This one's $300,000, so it's about 20 grand more. Okay, so the quote there was $29 a month. And you'll see that the same exact thing at Lincoln Financial is $22.53 per month. So I get $20,000 more in benefit, and it's roughly $7 a month cheaper. Okay, this is an e-application, so this isn't a long and tedious application process. It's pretty simple. You sign it electronically. Yes, you have to do a medical exam in most cases. There are these, a lot of insurance companies will say if you're applying for under $500,000 in benefit and you're under a certain age, we'll guarantee issue the policy, similar to what Ethos is saying. But this is $7 a month cheaper. $7 is, that's roughly about 30% cheaper than what they're offering over at Ethos. So you'll see, and even if, this isn't an anomaly, Principal Life, $22.83, Pacific Life, $21 per month, Banner, Protective, AIG, all these are significantly less when you look at a percentage versus Ethos, $29 a month for $20,000 less in coverage. Okay, now let's bump it up. Let's go up to their premium package, which in their case they were looking at, $519,000, $519. This is $550. Okay, so this is $31,000 more in benefit. Their premium was $49 a month. Okay, so this, if you look at AXA Equitable, Principal Life, AIG, Banner, Protective, Pacific Life, all these are significantly less expensive. Okay, these are this is $12 a month cheaper. This is $14 a month cheaper. There's a lot more affordable options out there when you have multiple companies to pick from. Now, granted, all these companies don't have the same underwriting criteria. Maybe some are more lenient than others. But what I'm saying is that buying through a website that provides one company and who's touting themselves to be the most simple, the most streamlined, the most, person-friendly, they don't have shenanigans, yada, yada, yada. Okay, you're paying a significant premium for that. Now, let's go to the last one, premium plus coverage, $882,000. This is $1 million, okay? So this isn't just a couple $1,000s more in benefit. We're talking about over $100,000 more in benefit. And the previous one was $79 per month, $79 a month. And when you go to term for sale, same companies, AXA Equitable, Principal Life, AIG, Ohio National, which is one of the best insurance carriers out there. Okay, we're talking about almost $20 a month cheaper for 10%, for more than 10% additional benefit. Okay, so you get more death benefit and it's $20 a month cheaper. Now, I will say this, finding a broker that is willing to go the extra mile, run all these companies, try to ask you the proper questions that will help them to figure out which one of these companies and their underwriting process will be best for you. You got to find a really good agent, and that's not easy to do, but you can go to, if you go down here, I think, let's see here, there's a place where you can go and request, actually it's just right here, if you click on select and continue, and they actually give you some agents to reach out to. Okay, an independent agent can be consumers' greatest asset when buying life insurance. Now, you have to approach these people with an understanding of how things work, because you don't want to get upsold. You don't want them to maneuver you into something else. You don't want them to pull some shenanigans, and in that regard, Ethos is right. There are a lot of shady advisors out there. But I will tell you this, once you find a good one that knows that you're educated, they're going to treat you just as if, you know, you're their family, because they know they can't pull one over on you. Okay, and if you get any sort of bad feeling about any of these guys, just hang up the phone, call the next one. You don't have to, you have no obligation to these people. So anyway, I just wanted to do this quick video. Oh, you know what? Let's look at this one more time. The most expensive quote here was $79 per month. Okay, so I tried to get as close as possible. At 1.5 million, you can get, for just, you know, almost $79. So their quote was $79. This is $86 a month. So it's $7 more per month. But you're getting almost double the death benefit. You have 1.5 million in benefit for almost the same cost as this Ethos Premium Plus plan. Okay, and again, I ran this at a preferred non-smoker rating, which is the same rating that Ethos is quoting. If you do a medical exam and your medical exam comes back spick and span, you might be a super preferred or preferred plus non-smoker, driving these premiums even lower. So it always pays, if you have a clean bill of health and you have nothing to hide, to show the insurance company, look at how healthy I am. And you're probably going to save a lot of money and pay a lot less in insurance premiums, or be able to provide your family with the proper amount of insurance coverage. So don't let these guys fool you, talking about their fancy technology and all their algorithms, and they have this great, you know, ethos, and this is all nonsense. It's a gimmick just to get people to buy expensive and overpriced life insurance through their website. And to be quite honest, it's easier for them because they have very little interaction with you. So look at Ethos like a broker that doesn't have to talk to you. They don't have to return your calls. They don't have to really do anything except for be there to allow you to input some data, and maybe you have somebody reach out to you, maybe you don't. I don't know what the process is, but if you were to go through the full process with one of these life insurance carriers, I guarantee you're going to end up with a better deal. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. If you're at the end of this video, I know life insurance isn't the greatest thing in the world to talk about, but I did want to warn a lot of people out there that if you go to companies like this, you're overpaying. And why? Because these guys need to get their money and they need to get their investment back. And talk about, you know, commission agents and them looking out for you first. Well, if they're looking out for you first, why don't they put a few more insurance carriers on their platform and allow a little more variety? for you to choose from instead of just sticking you with one company with a very expensive insurance quote. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm super grateful to serve you all. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and reach out, hit me up in the an email, or you can reach out and send me a message on Twitter and Facebook if you have any questions. And if you want to see something specific in future videos, please don't hesitate to reach out. Other than that, God bless you. Don't forget, stick with us. We're trying to hit you with the most objective and non-biased data, because that's what you deserve: transparency and integrity. And we really want to serve you all, regardless of whether or not we ever hear from you. We want you to have the most hard-hitting information to combat anybody that's trying to take your hard-earned money and for you to defend your finances. So God bless you. Thank you, and we'll see you again next time.